top games on each system and rate those too. So there will be a second portion to this situation. I'm also going to figure out which categories they were best at. But that's later. That's much later. We still have a lot of games in this stuff to do. And thankfully that does give me a lot of time to work on this, so that's perfect for me. So even if Sega ends up losing this thing, I could find out that Sega was still better than Super Nintendo when it came to their AAA titles. I'm going to be putting AAA titles against each other too. And I'm also going to put sports games up. We're going to check categories as well. So I'm going to be able to tell you when this is all said and done, this whole Sega vs. Super Nintendo project has concluded. I'll be able to look at people in conversation definitively and tell them I did the research. I took the time and I did science. And I figured out, with science, which of these two is actually better at the other. And furthermore, which one was better than the other one at, say, a sports game, or a shooting game, or fighting games. I'm going to figure it all out. We're going to do the science together. Now here are the ratings for, was this Outlander? Yes, Outlander. I gave the controller feel 5 out of 5. Now every one of these point scales you see here is out of 5 points. So I'm going 5 out of 5 for the controller feel because it felt good. It's a Sega controller, so you know, feels good. The music was a 4 for me. I love the music. It was good, but I have a bad feeling that it could have been better. Sound effects were a 2 for me. Sound effects were really bad. I didn't like them. Like, the guardrail noises were killing me. I was like, what the fuck? Is it fun? I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. Like, I didn't dislike the game, but there were definitely other games I would have rather have played at that point in time. So I'm giving it a 3. Ease of play, also a 3. Like, I had no idea what the hell I was doing, really. And I don't even know what the objective of the game is. Like, I don't know how long the driving level goes on, but I felt like we were there a while, you know? And last but not least, button utilization. That's a 5. It uses all the buttons. It does a great job at button utilization. With a grand total of 22 out of 30. That's not a bad score. I've certainly done worse. I mean, look up to the top there. King of Monsters 2 got a 17. Like, that's bad. Well, it's worse. We've done a lot worse, honestly. I think my worst score on Sega was my 9. Home Alone, go figure, right? Some of these zeros you see aren't actually zeros. The games just weren't working, so we just didn't review them, so we put them at 0. I think the 9 is probably my worst score. I think that's the lowest score I've given a Sega game, is a 9. It was bad, dude. It was really bad. Yeah, that's the worst one by far. I don't think that's the worst score I've ever given, though. I think Nintendo might have my least favorite game on it. Oh, it was Home Alone. It was a 9. It tied. But it also had a 12 game, and that was what? Batman Forever? Yeah, that game sucked. That game was really fucking bad. Yeah, just sledding aimlessly for nothing. That game was terrible. It was awful. Awful. So let's clear these out. And let's head over to Super Nintendo Land. Let's see how Super Nintendo did this game. Let's see if they could have done a better job. You never know, right? Get the scale out of the way. Off we go. Woo! Woohoo! Sorry. Wahoo! Let's go! Wrong game. I get a feeling I'm gonna wish I was playing that game. Oh. Well, that immediately looks better. Music isn't actually that much better, though. I'm kind of disappointed. good though. It's good. Oh wow, you can actually see the car in this. This game looks totally different, but it looks to be exactly the same game. What the fuck? Actually, I take it back. I feel like this music's not as good. I don't like this music as much. Crazy. That never happens. Sound effects currently are better though. Sound effects I'm gonna have to figure out myself. If I hit a guardrail, I'll know. Which I probably will. I don't know why, but the sound just feels muted to me, you know? Feels like they took the edge off it. Okay, so bumpers don't seem to be doing anything. Alright, here we go. Okay, that button doesn't do anything. It flashes lights. Is that a brake? Oh, okay, that looks like it's a brake. Okay, all the face buttons do something. Triggers don't seem to do anything. I'd say the control layout feels good. Actually feels proper. It's better in this view, honestly. This plays more like an actual game. Damn. They don't do violent games on Nintendo? I beg to differ. Alright, hit a guardrail. Let me see the guardrail. No, that's better. Yeah, like, I think both versions have things that they do well. And then there's certain things that they do, like, not as well. This is interesting. I kind of feel like this one feels more like, control-wise, a game I like more. And the controller feels really nice, too, honestly. It actually feels really good on this controller to control it this way. I died. Oh my god, I got fucked up. Damn. I don't feel like I could die on Sega. But I actually got killed here. That's crazy. Why did I rate the sound effects on Sega? Yeah, that's fair. Okay. That's totally fair. Is this horrific or what? Like, look at him. He's all fucked up. Like, what happened to him? Is his hand here and over there? Or is that a rock? I think that's a rock. I'm about to say, did his hand come off? His hand's just like in the foreground, all fucked up. Damn. It's fucking dark, man. Damn, Nintendo. Calm down. Who hurt you? Okay, let me get some ratings figured out here. Yeah. Actually, I gotta fix that. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, we got fair scores. Have to give fair scores, you know what I mean? As much as I am a Sega kid, can't show bias. I gotta do this the right way. I gotta be honest. Wow. Well, this is gonna be interesting. Okay, I'm ready. Damn, Cranky, what record did you put on?
It's time to stop! It's time to stop, okay? No more! Where the fuck are your parents? Who are your parents? I'm gonna call Child Protective Services. It's time to stop!
He's right. He's right. He's right. I got a little too crazy. Actually, it makes me think of a meme I saw.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? It's a very good point. Oh my god. Ratings. I gave the control feel a 5. Honestly, it felt really good. It actually controlled really nice. I gave the music a 3. I thought it was maybe a little bit... It was about the same, in my opinion. Better sound effects, though. So I gave the sound effects a 3. Is it fun? I actually gave it a 4. I actually found this a little more fun to play than the Sega one. This one was a little more fun for me. I actually would have played this one more. Ease of play. 4, it's a little easier to play than the other one. I was able to kind of figure it out and actually play the game, even though I died like way sooner. Button utilization, no bumpers were used. They lose a point. But the rest of the buttons actually did have something. Actually, did it have? I think we used all the face buttons. Yeah, it used all the face buttons. So yeah. Actually, no, I don't think it did. Hold up. It actually needs to go down by 1. It did not. It didn't. It didn't use all the face buttons. So yeah, that actually does go down by 1. So that changes the score ever so slightly. Let me fix that. There we go. The score is 22 points. Which, to be honest, I don't actually know if it won or not. Let's see. It's a tie. It's actually a tie. Ah, why did it have to be a tie? Let me look back. Control feels a 5, that's fair. Music is a 4. What did I give Nintendo? Oh yeah, I like the music better on Sega for sure.
Are you sure about that?
I'm actually not. Sound effects, I gave this one a 2. I agree with that actually, so that's fair. Is it fun? I definitely had more fun on Super Nintendo for this one. It was definitely easier to play on Super Nintendo. And yeah, button utilization's correct. I think I agree with scoring. Yeah, I think it's a tie, guys. Damn. Yeah, I got the music right. Yeah. The only thing that could have changed it would have been sound effects, but no, I agree with the sound effects scores. They wouldn't change enough. The only way Sega wins is if I agree that it's equally fun. And, I can't, Joker. I can't do it. I can't say that these games were equal in funness. They weren't. Actually, wait a minute. Were they equal in funness? Did I have an equal amount of fun, but for different reasons on these? You know what? Now that I think about it, I think I did. I was enjoying it. I was actually enjoying running people over, and I actually thought the mechanic for shooting out the window was really cool. Honestly, I did. I think I did have equal amounts of fun here. But the other one definitely was easier to play, that's for sure. I mean, no doubt about it. I think I've got to change the score. You know what? I'm going to do it this way. Nintendo? I'm going to put this back to a 3. I think the funness was equal, I really do. I think it was more fun. I think the funness felt the same, but I think the reason this score is a little higher, I think the Nintendo game was just easier for me to figure out and play. It wasn't that it was more fun. It was just easier to pick up. But it didn't ruin the fun, because they're not the same game. They are equally fun. I'm going to agree with that. I think it was equal fun. Well, that changed things. Sega wins. I can actually justify it this time by a point, by a razor's edge. I'm going to give it to Sega. I'm actually going to give it to Team Sega. We're going to give it to Sega. It's like by a point. It's so close. I think it's justified. I really do. Man, Sega's a point from tying. I've been so tempted to go back and break my ties to get real scores, you know what I mean? Because look at all the ties we had. And there were razor thin margins. I'd have to replay the games. You know, I think that's what I'm going to have to do at the end of all this. I'm going to have to go back to all the ties and see if I can break the ties. That'll be later. Take that, super, right in the gonads. Wolfman's got nards. What movie's that for? It looks like we're going to be playing some Pack Attack now. It's so weird that Pack Attack was on both systems. Pac-Man games? Oh man, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Alright. Well, Cranky Kong, let's get rid of all that. Clear those ratings. Yeah, I want to break the ties. I think if I sit down and think about it, I should be able to break those ties. I'm actually tempted to go do that now. Maybe I do it now. Maybe I get back to a general scoring. That might actually bring things back into perspective. What do you guys think? Should I go break the ties? I could just go break the ties right now. That might be a good idea. Make that the standard, that we don't allow ties. And then I have to make a hard decision if I need to. Because the ties are driving me crazy. They're annoying. It's like, what? No change to scoring? I'm a little worried for Sega on that, but good idea still. That's fair. It could be, honestly, yeah. I have to think critically about it, you know? I think breaking ties is a good idea. What would my first tiebreaker be? What would my first tiebreaker be? I would have to go back to... Adam's Family Values. A game I gave an 18 on both systems. I'm not liking this idea as much as I was before. Oh, I could also rate Batman Revenge of the Joker. I'm sure I could find a copy that works. Because this is probably before I realized why the games weren't working. That would be a tech thing. I'll have to fix that later. Oh. You forgot the no part on that one? It's actually please no. Sounds like this.
No, God!
Sandwich? You're like, I'm gonna go just past so that the sounds don't go off and you'll think like they're broken. Trying to mess with me. You know what? Let's move on. I'll go back to the tiebreakers later. Oh my lord. Home Alone. Oh no. Oh Lord, help me. Yeah, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna come back to that. That makes me want to come back to it later. That alone makes me not want to go back. Let's go ahead and play some Pack Attack. Let's do that. Let's move on, folks. I know we're being nostalgic by being here, but let's not dwell on the past. Let's move forward, shall we? Pack Attack. It's Namco, it's gotta be good, right? Oh, it's a puzzle game. Music's pretty good. Sound effects sound pretty good too. Alright, let's freaking do this, man. Puzzle games? I love puzzle games. I played me some Tetris. I got this. Just think, this game wouldn't even exist if Tetris was never made. Thank you, Russian guy, who got no credit for Tetris. Well, it's not that he didn't get credit. He, he just didn't want the government to take his creation. Woo-woo! It's kind of a cool game. Yeah, that works. Dude, that's so neat. Oh, we didn't go up. What the hell? I went down one. Perfect. There we go, there we go. Nice. Ooh, that was the last minute turn. Yeah.